Here's everything that you need to launch your AI coloring book side hustle and start earning 300 to 3,000 a month selling creative printables online in 30 days or less. And again, there's no drawing skills, no tech skills, no website, no experience needed. This is just a proven step-by-step copy paste simple shortcut. And this is for busy people who really want faster results with way less effort. All right, so I'm going to show you how to access hundreds of done for you coloring pages and copy paste simple AI prompts and how to get all your questions answered directly, how to get a one-on-one coaching session with me personally, and you might even like this more, how to get exclusive custom coloring book AI access. So this is a personal custom GPT. It works with ChatGPT that I specifically built in order to make this thing. There's parts of this that'll take days. This can take literal minutes. It reduces all of the work. You can let ChatGPT do the whole thing for you. And again, this is not publicly available. This is private and you can access it inside. I'll show it to you in just a second here. So what is AI Coloring Book Academy Success Sprint? So this is something that I taught to a very select number of students over a 6-week time span. And each week I took them through the most vital elements behind building their profitable AI coloring book publishing business. And each week they were able to ask questions, get answers directly and all those fun things. And then after it was all said and done, every single person got a one-on-one coaching session with me, and we got their action items going, and whatever their questions were, we got them taken care of. So you're not going to need to wait 6 weeks. You can literally start this now. You have access to all of the replays, all of the detailed notes, all of the custom prompts, and actually you're going to be able to get your questions answered and taken care of just like they did. You're also going to be able to get your one-on-one coaching session when you send in your copy paste simple action items. So I've taken it further though. So you're going to be getting a ton of done for you prompts, market breakdowns, a lot of other stuff. But rather than tell you about this stuff, I'm just going to take you inside this coloring book success sprint and then show you each piece of it and show you the AI and how it all works. And I'll see you on the inside. Give me just a second. Let's dive in. So here we are in the members area for the full access to the success sprint. And you'll be able to find that under your members dashboard. That's where everything else is also. So you can see here we have part 1, which is the profitable market first picking. You always want to start with that authority shelf, shortcuts, faceless content machine, autopilot buyer machine, audience growth formula, multiple income streams. That is a massive one. I'm going to show you how to be able to take this whole thing and tap into sometimes up to 5 different revenue streams with these. And then we have bonuses. And I'll take you through each one. Done for you coloring page. And these are the hot market templates. You're going to be able to use these template examples to be able to get your AI to create these really flawless coloring page images even faster than before. And then you'll be able to access my custom GPT. I'll show you that in just a second. 500 plus custom coloring page prompts, including holidays and special occasions, and a massive library of A+ content. If you're not familiar with what A+ content is, that is something that Amazon has reported can increase your sales by up to 20% on people that use A+ content versus those who don't. And you can have these copy paste, very easy drag drop Canva templates. So let me take you through what this looks like here. And you're going to see what these are. These are the webinar replays. And on top of that, so obviously it links to the custom GPT that you'll get when you join. But I've broken this entire situation down into tiny little chunks for your action items. You literally can just crank through this at like 10 times the speed that most people can normally. All right, so that's what each one of these looks like. I'm going to take you really quickly into this, where we have tons and tons and tons of done for you hot market templates. Now I'm adding to these things all the time, but you can see here, this is something that you don't normally access, but 285 swear word adult coloring page templates. This is a crazy market. Never saw this coming, but it's been so popular for so long. You're going to be able to get into that. And then 100 plus female empowerment swear word coloring pages. It's absolutely hilarious and great. Then we have horror coloring page templates, 270 of those, 100 cozy kawaii room coloring pages. I don't know if you've seen those before, but they are super popular. They have these cute little rooms and things like that. And there's over 100 templates that you're gonna be able to use. Life in a jar. That's become very, very popular. And I'm actually going to give you my best selling market ever. Literally, hands down, this thing is the one that no matter what else is happening, I am always selling these things on complete autopilot. No ads needed to run after that initial push. This is the best one. It's the adult fantasy mermaid market, and I have 120 templates in there where I'm going to specifically take you through what to do with this, because there's a very interesting hack, trick, whatever you want to call it, with this market. And then, of course, 150 relaxing Mandela patterns. So this is my own custom low content coloring book publishing AI called Bookscale. And what this is going to do for you is take the market research that many times can take several days, and it's going to boil it down into just a couple of minutes, honestly, if that. In fact, it's going to do two very powerful things. So number one, it's going to open up by showing you a bunch of really great ideas for markets that you can look into, but it's going to do something that seems to really affect a lot of people, and that is, will my idea sell? This GPT is going to help you decide if the idea you're coming to the market with is actually going to be able to make money. All right. So a lot of people, and this happens constantly, and hey, listen, there's nothing wrong with that, but this is very important, is they come into the market with some kind of idea that really looks at, they don't know. Okay. They're like, I'm just going to make some coloring books about this. And then they do that. They spend a ton of time, effort, and energy. They put it out there and they sell 0 copies because they made something that unfortunately has no market. And what we're going to do here is I'm actually going to show you how this works using a real example from an actual student. I'm not going to give you their name, but this happens constantly. And I want it to stop. I want every single person who joins this thing to have a really successful, profitable coloring book business. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this, and you're going to see what this thing will do for you. I'm going to pause this while it thinks. So what happens here is that it's going to say, hey, do you want, number one, do you want to tell me about the idea in your own words, or do you want me to ask you some questions that are going to help lead? And what's really awesome here is you don't need, if you choose number 2 and it asks you a bunch of questions, that's totally fine. If you don't know the answers, you just say that, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick number 1, and it's going to then rattle off a couple of really fast questions. And I'm going to give this thing really quickly a real example that happened actually a couple of months ago. All right, so this actually happened. I want to make a baseball related coloring book for 13-year-old boys. The themes will be teamwork and anti-bullying. Will this sell well and be popular? Now, what I'm going to do is submit this thing in, and I'm going to show you exactly how this thing can help you refine an idea. All right, so I'm going to take you through this very, very quickly. So it gives you a summary of what it is that you're going for. It actually does a very nice market overview and demand, and it talks about what's going on in this. So for example, in this particular situation, it talks about that, coloring books are common, but they tend to appeal to younger kids or general adults. There's no strong presence for these kinds of things in the market. Buyer persona market fit, 13-year-old boys who play baseball, likely values realistic action scenes, favorite teams, and things like that, that they do not gravitate toward coloring books that emphasize gentle messaging. All right, so competition and sales estimates. Popular, baseball's popular, absolutely. Bestseller ranks around 800,000 in books, which translates to fewer than 10 sales per month. Okay, that's important right there, because if you want to think about, hey, I would like to be able to get up to $300 to $3,000 a month, is this a good move? The answer right now looks like no. Anti-bullying sources, can be fine. Opportunity versus risk. And here's where it's very nice to you. All right, so the niche is underserved. There's virtually no coloring books that combine these kinds of things. There's absolutely no evidence whatsoever that it's going to make sales. Recommendations, and so it then gives you these two options at the end of the day here. You could do a test and find out, but don't expect a lot. Or would you like me to help you figure out how we can reframe these things? And so it's very polite about it, okay? I made sure of that, but at the same time, it's very honest. Okay, so make sure that if you're coming up with an idea on your own, that you run it through here, because, hey, listen, lots of times something might work really well, but it could be just a little bit off. And in this particular example, like I said, this is actually a real world case study that happened very recently. And luckily we saved this fellow a ton of time, energy going down the wrong path, okay? So this is what I'm talking about here. This could literally save somebody years of their lives, is you do the market research first, okay? And again, this is my custom AI. We're building it out all the time, so it gets even better and better and better as we go, all right? So again, this is the full AI coloring book success sprint. This is complete access to literally everything. This is the 6 complete weeks of replay, so you can go through this at your own pace. You can do this as fast or as slow as you like. You can send in your action items. You can get direct feedback and get your questions answered just like we did when we were live. And you can get your one-on-one time when you send in those action items, all right? And on top of that, we have bonus done for you hot market templates. There are hundreds of them in there. You get my custom AI that I literally just showed you. You get 500 plus custom coloring page prompts for special occasions, and you're going to get a massive group of A+ content layout that are perfect for Canva, meaning this is just like everything else. It's very drag, drop, simple. I've made every single thing in here is drag, drop, simple. as could possibly be done. So much of this is done for you, where all you have to do is upload something or request the AI to make a tweak. It is literally taking everything that you're doing and making it better and faster and giving you even more tools to simplify your life. And on top of that, if for whatever reason this isn't your thing, no problem. You have a 30-day refund guarantee, exactly the way that we do everything here. All right. So grab a copy of this. You're absolutely going to love it. It's a perfect complement to everything that you have going on right now. And it's going to make it so much simpler. All right. Grab your copy, and I'll see you on the inside.